Alright. Na. M. Co. M. Na. M. Co. New game. You enjoy that sync?
It's pretty funny.
M.
But
Amba Katamari, the Forgotten spin-off.
oh hey, the king has a waifu.
They both pose. So this is We Heart Katamari, We Love Katamari. I think it's We Love Katamari, which was the first sequel to Katamari Damacy.
Yep. Heard good things. I recently played through the first one for the first time. I knew it was a good game. Did not know how amazing the music was.
Yeah, they pushed it even harder in this one. Were you playing the remake or the original release?
Reroll.
Reroll, okay.
Which I don't think is very different.
I'm not sure how much it compares to that as far as like controls, but I prefer this one over the original just because it controls so much better.
I'm curious about that because that was a bit of an adjustment for me. Was starting up and the two sticks kind of thing. It took me a few tries to really start getting into it.
Well, were there parts where it seemed like you shouldn't be knocked back as far as you were, but you were just obliterated anyway from just getting bumped slightly by something too big?
If it was a moving object like a dog or something or a cat, yeah, those things would launch you.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a problem I had with the first one, in which it seemed a little bit too harsh with certain moving stuff, but it's toned down a little bit for this one.
And rugged to boot, tolerant and compassionate with a heart deeper than the ocean.
I know that a lot of people say that this one is a better game overall, not just for the like controls and stuff, but the level design is supposed to be a lot better.
No big deal, really. Having come to and realized the folly of his
So I noticed that in some of the later stages in the first one, I would get the goal, then get, super glued myself back to my big size, and like at the end I would have like a few minutes left over, but basically nothing to pick up. So I would just be scrounging the level for every little speck that I might have missed, but not really increasing my size anymore.
rolling up more things than you can count.
Yeah, you just gotta plan your routes.
Erasers,
Yeah.
postcards, ramen, robots,
That and poke around the level and like find an area, that has a big bunch of what you need. I know one thing that people kind of accuse this game of is sort of being up its own ass a little bit.
until the Katamari was big
I mean, it's called We Love Katamari, so it's kind of like, Katamari, Katamari!
grievously lost.
Well, from what I understand, the director originally just wanted the first one, but it ended up becoming successful, and so I think this is more the publisher pushing a little bit, Namco.
Its popularity recognized no boundaries or borders, and it rolled right out of the game to bundle away.
Boy, look at those GameCube children.
That blight the modern world.
I don't mean they look like they were on the GameCube, I mean they look like they swallowed GameCubes and they're just residing in their heads now.
Adulation of the crowd knew no limits.
I want to meet the king. I think he should be bigger. The king is so cool.
I want to
Is the king telling us the story? Cause
I'm sure the king enjoyed it.
Fans crying out from all over the world for the magnificent king to do his thing.
Ah, yes, the good old king thing. Whoa!
oh, look, there's the mushroom planet. I made it back. It's got all your cousins on it.
Yes, we'll be seeing our cousins soon enough.
You know what I was really frustrated about in the first one?
What?
you could unlock a lot of those cousins and stuff, but you couldn't play as them in the main game.
You can play as them, no problem here.
See, I was so irritated because I found a really cool rainbow one that I wanted to play as, and it wouldn't let me leave the island unless you have the prince selected.
Why does this throne have a joystick on it?
That's for his personal enjoyment.
It's
Joystick.
It's how he shapes his beard there. Frame his ass chin a little bit. You can tell he's legit because he's using Royal We and Royal S. They played us all like fiddles.
He might be referring to him and his wife.
So you mentioned how you like the disc for this game, how it was just a king doing his royal rainbow. I'm reminded of a game I saw recently that had a really weird disc. It's called Bean, 6 Intrigue and Scalpels. It was a German game that was basically Theme Hospital.
Okay.
And the CD was just a boob.
Mastectomy.
They love how long you go on about talking about yourself. Yeah, the chin. Bring me my chin. Bring them my chin so they can all touch it. And it just looks like they're carting around a giant ass. So instead of going around a planet, you have this little area right here.
Well, it's nice that they cut out that that telescope bit a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like you'd have that planet you start out on, and it had all your options, like your save and all that stuff. And when you wanted to go to a level, you went to the telescope, and you had to look around in the sky and find Earth, then go to it, and then select the level. And that always seemed weird to me.
Here instead, you just find people and figure out what they want. This kid forgot how to roll a Katamari, so he wants us to do a tutorial. Cool.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn.
Bring back Pluto. Probably a lot of dirt.
I think I remember seeing somewhere that like Katamari Damacy is roughly cluster spirit in meaning.
I always thought they looked like those rumble balls. They were a toy back in the 90s.
They're like knobby balls. Yeah. It's a lot more colorful in this one. Actually, I think the game in general is a little more colorful, which is kind of impressive. Because the other first one was pretty...
So you got to use both control sticks to move around. Move them both forward, move them both backwards, move just one to shift around, hold them opposite ways to quick shift, turning, sideways, and then rolling up like that. But just holding up forward a little bit.
May I move around a bit?
Sure.
Just kind of want to compare it.
Gotta roll up stuff, things, and objects.
Ooh, okay. It's
A little bit more fluid, a little bit more forgiving.
yeah. Well,
Gives
it's
it a-
not doing that awkward thing where when you have a lopsided amount of stuff.
It does do that if it gets more extreme.
Can you smooth it out in this one too?
Yep.
With the oh,
Oh.
did we not have that yet?
Or what were you trying?
The boost.
Oh, the boost. Yeah, I think you have to wait for him to tell you to do the boost.
Gotcha.
Well,
Here you go.
again, oh, maybe it's. Yeah, no, it's not letting you.
Okay. I figured they'd bring that back. It's kind of iconic.
Bigger and stronger every day. Who's that mysterious man?
It's a pretty big cousin.
Okay. Here's the dash. Oh. Let's have a quick turn.
Nice.
Prince look.
The controls are
Royal
pretty
look.
much. Wait, royal look?
Free camera.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got you. It's like the king looking down on us.
As he has one to do.
Those cherub cousins are a little creepy.
Oh yeah, they are cousins. I never took a close enough look at them. I just thought they were cats. Roll up this mysterious man.
Cousin kin, something like that.
I've seen him at barbecues.
He's related to somebody.
I don't think he's on my side of the family. He doesn't have my chin.
Is this cannibalism?
Royal Rainbow.
Oh, he didn't do it that way. In the first one, he did the
Yeah, instead
came out of his mouth.
he just blows out the loading text.
He just like spreads his aura.
I like to imagine this is just like 6 in the morning. Someone's just getting ready for work, and they just look out the window of that house down there, bottom center, just to get a big view of royal junk first thing. Just drinking their coffee.
Mountain-sized junk, like 30 yards from their house.
Just drinking their coffee. Just a little touch. Also, boy, his eyes are freaking me out.
Staring hard. Also, we're on his toes. Also, that is a huge child up on his head.
I think he just absorbed some of the king's bigness just by being near him.
Okay.
Cousin Ace. Picked up a lot of strange things.
Strange-ish.
Good number of cousins.
It's funny that cousins is a category. Let's do the hidden presents as well
Yes.
for cosmetics. My favorite was the apron. It makes the prince look really cute.
I like stuff that would go on his head, like headphones or snorkel masks.
It is easier to see since you mostly look at his back. But you do get that little icon in the corner.
Just in case you forget.
Well, eventually you lose sight of him.
Mysterious planet.
Ah, you're not making stars in this one?
We can make stars. If the stuff we roll up isn't better than the stuff we already have from replaying the stage, it just gets blown up into stardust.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the first one, you
Yeah.
don't make planets at all, it's stars. And,
Yeah.
and the stardust is a thing still, too.
Yeah, the girl tells us about how she feels the cosmos.
That's when you do the constellations. And the stardust helps unlock cousins in the first one.
Let's see, where's Ace at? So we have a normal move speed, but we can also move quickly if we want. Damn it, Ace, where are you?
A lot of Katamari's on the screen. There
There
he is.
you are. You can knock cousins around with the dash. You can also have them follow you. She wants to see the royal rainbow.